Hey everyone, Andang here, really excited about recent news. Recently it was announced that The Lord of the Rings is going to be made into a television series by Amazon, which I'm pretty excited about. I think adaptation fans across the world are excited about a new Tolkien adaptation finally coming along, and I'm excited to see what they do with it. I think if they made it like Game of Thrones or something like that, I think it would be fantastic. Obviously, hopefully a little bit more family friendly and in the value system of Tolkien, as opposed to George R.R. Martin. But we'll see how things go. I always thought that The Lord of the Rings is much better suited for a television series anyway, just because of the sheer quantity of just awesome stuff that goes on. You can't fit that into a whole movie, and getting the context from a television series of how all that would be working, I think would be much better and allow them to spend much more time on plot development and things like that, and just make for a lot better adaptation in general. So not only were adaptation fans excited about that, but also, even bigger news perhaps, is that Christopher Tolkien stepped down as the head of the Tolkien estate, which is huge news. Adaptation fans have been waiting forever for this to happen so that they can finally get more adaptations like The Silmarillion potentially and things like that, other Tolkien works. I don't want them to rush into that too quickly. I hope that whoever, if the rights for The Silmarillion are sold, whoever eventually gets them takes their time and does other stuff within Tolkien first, hopefully. Hopefully they'll get rights to other things as well, or already have them if they're, say, Warner Brothers or someone like that. And so I don't want people to be just rushing right into the Silmarillion, because I feel like if they do that, they might just screw it up by going straight into, the masterpiece of Tolkien. And so hopefully whoever gets involved with the Silmarillion, if it does eventually get adapted, will be able to take baby steps before they start running. I do hope that that's the case. With that in mind, I do have a question for all of you. This is an Ask You Anything. So my question for you guys is, what would you like to see adapted within Tolkien's world? What storyline or entire novel or anything like that would you like to see adapted? And would you like to see it as a television series or movie, or how would you like to see it take place, assuming things went exactly as you wanted and it turned out to be really good? For me personally, I would actually like to see the entire backstory around Rohan that didn't get covered in the Peter Jackson movies. And so covering the whole rise of Grima and Saruman, I think would be really interesting in an adaptation, seeing how they're basically developing and manipulating everything, and then also seeing how people go against what Theoden is ordering, essentially, and see how that entire dynamic works. I think it would be really interesting to see, Theoden's nephew do all sorts of different things, and see just plot development over several years even of those different characters. I think would make for either a fantastic film or television series. I just want to see more of Rohan, really, and I feel like that there's a huge story that's going on there that the movies don't really touch into. They cover that Grima is like this horrible person, but they don't really show how exactly he's got to that point and what all was going on behind the scenes. And same thing with Saruman. He's just evil at the start, and we don't really know how he got to be so corrupted. So I think it would be interesting if they showcased that quite a bit more and showed a lot of character development, and I think it would just make for a really interesting series. Not to mention the whole dynamics of the people of Rohan having their king not be a good king and having him be manipulated by outside forces. I think it would be really interesting to see how that whole dynamic worked, and see different rebellions, even though they wouldn't really be going on as they're actually going out and fighting orcs and things like that when that was banned by Theoden. So I think that would be really interesting to see that develop it, and then you could end it off with either Helm's Deep or something like that. I just would love to see more of Rohan in general. I feel like that there needs to be more time spent there, so I think that would be pretty cool. So that's what I would like to see adapted. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys would like to see. What storyline from Tolkien would you like to see adapted, either in a television series or a movie? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Also let me know what you think about the news, and how you think things are going to maybe progress moving forward. It's an exciting time to be a Tolkien fan, and hopefully you guys are excited. So till next time, thank everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon for more content.